people used to smoke cigars with impunity. Now we are thieves in the night, searching for places where we can puff away on our secret treasures.
It's the Shadow Smokers Legion. It's Phoenix Fresh. We out here. Tony, the Soy Sauce Assassin, I see you. We got swag? SSL for life. Let's go! Yeah, that 4 years back, it's Phoenix Fresh with the crew. Hoverboard in my hand, you know it's time for part 2. Strong as ever in force, you in the shadows we dwell. It's the Legion, it's family, it's what we doing so well. From the east to the west, from the bottom to the top. Short second and packing for squad, he's the little guy with the shot. Ashque's still around, ripping VA from a 10. Longest dash in the game, always 100%. Wanna compete with the queen? Yeah, good luck with that try. Grab a shot with your guard, hashtag King to apply. Hey yo, my man over here, he's the dude with the memes. That jokes and repeat, bringing them laughs to the team. Now who's up for a challenge? Start getting fusion, it's time. Your favorite sauce for the science, blending like beat to my rhyme. Switching gears with that flow, pacing the track with my bars. Hashimoto on scene, mass freaking out all them cars. We got Discord for chats, process states for the meets. Council meetings and such, we rep the cold to the heat. We got swag, we got gifts, Raffle Prizes and more. But we never lose sight, there's loyalty at the core. Still remember y'all, Legion that lives with a passion. From my man in the shadows, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. Cut, light, smoke from wherever you dwell. After all, we're a family, we SSL for rel.
Hey guys, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. Welcome to Saturday. Today's actually my wife's birthday, so we're only slightly late because I get stuff taken care of. So, man, these people, like the Russians, don't even wait. They just go right on it. Live show's coming out. Let's do it. Now, what the hell? So, let's first get the chat room on. There we go. Okay. That very sexy Albert's body. So, here we go. Today, no bullshit. Let's get right to it. It's back to back. I'm gonna smoke it back to back. Because I kind of want to smoke one backpack. So, right here. Back to back. Alright. Let me light this up really quick. Hi, Steve. Hi, Quake. Hi, Val. Hi, Joe. Martin, I sent you the link. You know, today I don't have one here. You want to smoke a V-cut?
We got a Perdomo 20th anniversary.
Oh, here we go. Something different. Here we go. Back to back. No bullshit. So for those people who's didn't look at the Discord, I posted a Discord picture of the challenge cigar that's being like infused by soy sauce. I also posted a picture of a YouTube channel called Food Processing Channel, which surprisingly, the Food Processing Channel posted a video of the entire process.
What's up, Steve? Hey, Steve.
The entire process of a cigar plant, like from growing the seed to like rolling to box them up to making the box. It's in that one video. All right. Funny thing is that it happened to be Camacho and Padron. That was the two brands that's in there. But like, I saw that video and I was like, yeah. That literally tells you that they agree that cigar is a proper consumable good. What else? Why would they turn it on? Why would they put a video on that? Right? Why would they do a video on that if they were not thinking that it's a food? But I thought it was kind of funny. So, Martin, since you're on there, go ahead and kick those weird messages.
There goes our viewers, man.
Huh?
There goes our viewers.
I don't really care. really care. Today's one of those days, all right? So my wife's birthday, I took her out this morning. We hang out, we bought food, came home. And yeah, it was an enjoyable day, but tiring. Holy shit, it was cold. It was freezing cold. It was so cold that
How
my
cold
garage
was
door
it?
didn't want to open.
How cold was it?
It was like 8 degrees.
That's a joke.
8
That's how the
degrees.
joke goes.
So
You say it was cold, and I say, "How cold was it?" And you say it was so cold, and then you say something. Yeah,
No.
it's like a.
it was cold. It was so cold that my garage door did not want to open.
Mm.
So I had to go around the house, go inside, open the garage door, and park my car back in.
That's pretty cold, bro.
Yeah, if the garage door didn't want to open, it's cold.
It's like we are talking about a real garage door, right? We're not talking about a euphemism for a garage
No,
door.
we're talking about my garage door. I cannot get in.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Because like when like some people will say, like your fly's open. That means
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I know what you mean. Get out of here. I know what you mean. But yeah, it was cold. It was really cold. So yeah.
All right.
And obviously, I haven't been really going out, so I didn't buy my wife a birthday present. I got her a birthday card. So she took the liberty of buying a birthday present right next to me. So she came home. She's like, you know what? I want a new bag. And literally, we just message our shopper in New York and have them show my wife bags and stuff. And then they'll buy, and then we'll just buy it over the phone.
We were in the card aisle today at the store, my wife and I.
So what?
We were in the card aisle.
Card aisle?
The card, like the greeting card aisle.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So,
and there's a whole thing of Valentine's cards. And I was like, hey, you want to pick one out while we're here? She didn't think that was funny, but.
So the process is very simple. If you shop enough stores, you'll know what I mean. Basically, you just talk to them and they will send you pictures of all the goods like that. And they will take videos similar to this. Hold on.
Very cool.
So they will send you a video. Like if you tell, okay, show me how that bag looks like. And then they will just take a video for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Just walk around it and yeah. Basically, every way to make you spend big bucks for your wife.
It's like you're virtually there, man.
Kind of. I mean, that's what we usually do if we don't go out, the personal shoppers and stuff. So she decided to do that today. I'm surprised that she's there. Like, she was on the phone with her from when we get home, like 3:40ish to almost 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Martin. Dude, the feedback. Holy shit.
Yeah, really, dude. Let me get a handle on that. YouTuber and all.
So, yeah, that took us forever.
Yeah.
And what's really funny is it took us, we're like scramble trying to pay for the bag because when they had a new way of taking like the payment and you had to go to this website to pay instead of just tell your personal shopper to bring it for you. And apparently the website they use, like, is rooted in Spain. So when we tried to process it, the fraud department called us. Hey, sir, would you try to buy something from Spain? We're like, maybe it depends on how much it is. So we went through the whole thing, and then there's, just so you know, your link is only good for 1 hour. And like we're literally on the phone for like 20, 30 minutes. So we're like, oh my God, like hurry up, just hang up the phone so we can process this.
Right.
Because we want to get it done before the shopper get off her shift so they can pack it up and ship it out. So, but yeah, struggle is real. Struggle is real.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is don't forget to get your wife a birthday present because she will double down on you.
She'll double down.
Yep.
Double down.
I believe it.
So yeah, that's what I did today. It's a relatively relaxing day. So Today I did send out the rest of the raffle prizes that need to be sent out. So Scott Copenhafer, you've been watching this. You'll know your stuff is the last one to go out.
Wow.
Well, he won the cup, and it's really hard to find stuff that will fit the cup without breaking, plus the coffee bean. So like in the end, I had to try all the boxes and just send him his stuff out last. But yeah, everything was sent out today. What are you smoking, Martin McAuliffe?
Hello.
I feel like I need to
is
get
the-
some of those McAuliffe and try it.
This is the
Hey, Tony, buy the
yeah.
passport, man.
By the what?
Just buy the passport and just buy the whole pack. I think you can like order it from some shop online, and they'll send you all 15 cigars. Or is it 16, Martin?
15 blends.
Does that count? Does that count the the short filler cigar?
Yeah.
I don't get it. What said that again? So you're talking about the app, right, or something like that?
Yeah, like do golly, man, why am I'm selling this for you, Martin? McAuliffe passport,
You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job, Albert.
passport, cigar pack. There it is. Just
Oh, you
Google
mean
that,
it's
bro.
a sampler pack? It's a sampler pack.
Yeah, 16 pack. And you can like, it looks like Neptune has it. That's cool. Do you buy from Neptune?
Nope.
Hmm?
I bought from like a handful of cigar shop. You know that.
You buy from what? Well,
I only
I
buy
don't-
from handful of cigar shop. You know that.
They may carry it though. You just have to look.
Cigar's already splitting.
No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly over there, go to Martin, and just get it off Martin.
He don't have this, man. He's not that good.
I'll go to Martin, have Martin drive me to
Yeah.
a store that carries it, and I'll get it from there.
I bought the 32 count sampler, Albert. So STFU.
Martin, where
It's
can
like-
I purchase the 16 pack sampler?
Neptune.
So the way that the samplers work, if you go to the McAuliffe Cigars website, you can find out who the ultimate what do they call it? Ultimate
Inventory.
inventory. Yeah, ultimate
Ultimate
inventory
inventory.
shops. So basically, what those shops are, it's McAuliffe reps have recognized those shops as selling a shit ton of McAuliffe cigars. So those shops get special privileges. So basically, if you were to call them up or shop at their online site, if they have one, you can get the samplers from McAuliffe drop shipped from McAuliffe to you wherever you are in the country in the U.S.
Yeah, Blake Worth has it.
And so let's say I call the shop down the street from me and they say, hey, we don't have this, this, and this. They're going to basically put in an order with McAuliffe. You pay them, and then McAuliffe will drop ship you everything. So it's just less of a hassle for the shop.
Actually, the whole process sounds like a hassle.
All right,
It works.
we'll send you a link, Tony.
It works.
They could have just They could have just every website or every local shop can put a local link where they can just drop ship.
Well, they're trying to support brick and mortar, so they're doing
Right. I mean, like every shop can.
But not every shop wants to do that. They're not going to carry all the lines and all that. So
But it's drop
Right.
ship, so you don't have to carry out the line.
But the inventory, the ultimate inventory retailers are the ones
they
who
have.
got recognized, and they have that little perk. So
They also
because
have.
sell McAuliffe cigars, and they sell a bunch of them. McAuliffe has given them that privilege to be able to drop ship to any of their customers.
Couldn't I just
But I
go
think
to a
those shops-
cigar shop that you guys go to and find it there? No.
No, they have a few, but they don't have like all 16.
Right. So the closest store that is near me that actually has all McAuliffe cigar line is probably about a good 40 minutes away from me.
Oh my god.
So I just sent you a link, Johnny.
We need Little Guy Cigar Shop to carry McAuliffe. No, I don't think so. I think that will actually put Little Guy Cigar Shop into bankruptcy. There are certain brands that just requires a lot of stuff that he just can't carry because amount of money that you need upfront to do stuff.
And that's why not all of them are ultimate inventories.
Yeah.
So I think most of the shops on that list carry most of the lines.
Yeah, the few lines that will bankrupt a shop are like Davidoff's, Padron, Plasencia, those like Opus. Those are the brands that will bankrupt a shop just to start carrying them because they require you to carry so much at a time upfront.
Yep.
So, I don't think he can carry that because maybe in the future, maybe when he have an actual like store, then maybe that will be more like make more sense because people will be able to browse the shop and get something that they don't know they want to get. Like a lot of time when I browse online, even if I see something I want to get, sometimes I'll feel like my order is too small and not get anything. I don't know if anybody does that.
Do you think when he has like a shop in like a real shop,
Like a physical shop.
yeah, do you think he'll have like 6-foot doors?
Well, it'll be a basic door. It'll be like a standard door. It's not like he get to cater what kind of door is in that building. The landlord.
I just wondering, man. Little guy, cigar shop, little door.
No, little guy. No, see that's the thing. It's a little guy cigar shop, not little door cigar shop.
Hey, get this. Where you feel big, you know, where the customer feels big. Yeah. Where the customer is big, yeah. That's awesome. And then you have like short door. So when you walk in, you're like, wow.
It should be
whoa.
Little Guy Cigar Shop, where the customer is always bigger.
Yeah, always bigger. Yeah, exactly.
And then opening in Texas, right?
Yeah.
That's even bigger.
Doors.
It's the bigger little guy where the customer is always
you're
bigger.
like, no, the impressions that way. Yeah. Yeah, this will work. I'm telling you, man, I really lost I have not followed my calling, I think.
Yeah. No,
I've got some good marketing ideas, man.
So yeah, I don't think so.
Well,
but yeah, I feel like if he had a physical shop, obviously he can carry more inventory. Because like if you look at when we were chatting, we look at his room of like humidors. Those are full. And for him to carry more lines, it's just impossible to hold because he can only work it off his phone. I mean, off his family, home, office. He cannot like go out and say, "Hey, walk in and check out what you want and buy." You can't do that. So you just need that. It'll be funny that if Little Guy Cigar Shop's door is actually not a door, it's a freaking garage door. It just opens up. It's gigantic.
No, because you don't want to feel little when you walk in. You want to feel big.
No, you will feel big, but like.
No.
Here's the thing: when you put something small,
you feel small.
When you put something small near something medium, it doesn't feel too much different. It looks normal. But when you put something small near something that's really, really big, you can see the gap. Like you put,
right. That's why you feel small.
You put like Jackie Chan right next to Shaquille O'Neal. That really make him look like a small guy, right?
Right.
Or you can do Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Kevin Hart is like this. Like if you take a picture of the upper body of all the sports person and put Kevin Hart in there, he disappears. Right? He's not even in the picture.
No, I saw it. He did a gas commercial, and man, his like shoulders was at the top of the trunk of like a sedan.
For Shaq for him to buy a car, the first thing he had to do is move his seat 6 inches back from the most back part. So he's that tall.
He's so tall that in a Cadillac Escalade, his seat was positioned to look out the passenger rear door.
Which is really funny because at one time he actually fit into a Prelude. I don't know if you guys heard that story before. One time he was walking around in the mall and he needs to get to that next part of the Miami or something like that, and he didn't have his car. So he saw this guy who was driving a Honda Prelude. If you don't know how big Honda Prelude is, it's a 2-door coupe. Tiny. 2 Asian people, a couple, in the car already. Shaq said, and he's like, "Oh, can I take a picture with you?" And stuff. Shaq says, "If you drive me to where I need to go, I will, I will give you a picture." So what happened is Shaq cramping into that seat, and then have the girlfriend be on top of him, and then the guy drive him in that tiny ass Prelude to the destination. Right.
Wow.
So for those people who never got into a Prelude before, I can tell you, I'm a little guy. I'm not that much big. I'm 5'8". Prelude feels small to me. Okay, so just saying.
I mean, trusting in the Miata.
He's not gonna fit in the Miata. He's
smaller.
literally the size of Miata. Right?
It's even smaller.
Right? So, it's crazy. It's funny though. It is funny. But that was
So
the
let's
story.
take issue with what you said earlier, Tony.
Hmm?
I have a lot of good ideas for marketing stuff, man. A lot of good ideas. A lot of people like my ideas, brother.
There is a difference between a good marketing idea and a marketable idea.
They're marketable, brother. They're marketable. I got really good marketable ideas. If I had $1 for everybody that says I didn't do a good job on it, I'd be freaking rich, man. I'm telling you.
But that's the problem. Mark Cuban will tell you, you have a lot of good idea, but who has paid money for it?
But the thing is, it's like you got to put them out there. You got to get them out there, right?
Well, you
All
gotta,
that-
yeah,
all-
but
all
yeah, that's the thing.
percentages.
I'm saying it's a lot of good idea, but once it's on the office table, they will rip it apart, and they'll
That's
ask,
fine.
"Is that a
Let 'em
marketable
rip.
idea?"
Let them rip, because when they rip, I come up with a different. I'll zig and I'll zag.
Yeah,
And I'll
and that's
take
how you
that
get to the
and I'll
final
do it.
idea, right? So that is
There
how
you
you
have
get to
it.
the final idea.
I'm there. I love that. I love the brainstorming process.
So you're in the wrong industry, man.
I know. I'm telling you, I'm messing. Well, I'm really not, because you have to kind of reinvent yourself a little bit in the profession I'm in. So,
So are you
there
saying
is
that? Are you saying that you right now you're looking for a change in
no, I'm
If you-
saying that in order to kind of keep things moving and keep things fresh and whatnot, you have to kind of rethink stuff
True.
sometimes.
I mean, use your brains.
Be
Good.
willing to try it. Be willing to try an idea and watch it fail or watch it succeed and go from there. It's a lot of reevaluation.
Okay. So Mark is asking why we're smoking. I'm smoking a back-to-back, which is like a very coffee cigar. I like it. And Martin is smoking a McAuliffe of something.
Caliph, Experiencia, and a Churchill.
And then Albert is smoking air.
I
Oh,
thought
no,
you
he's
smoked it
smoking
in your
Perdomo.
car. A Perdomo 20th. I thought you smoked it in your car, Martin.
Which one?
You
Anyways,
said you're smoking it in a Churchill. I thought you were
So-
smoking it in your car.
a good idea and
Oh.
a marketable idea is synonymous. It's not. A good idea that doesn't mean it's marketable.
Mhm.
Marketable, it depends on the market. And a lot of time it's like, is it PC enough? Is it something that can continue? Is it something that is okay? Like, there are a lot of sick ass jokes that we will laugh to death and we will probably pay something for it. Doesn't mean it's marketable. Believe it or not, there's a lot of great ideas that are not marketable.
Hey, FYI, man. FYI, Tony. VUN.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for an idea to be marketable, it makes it a good idea. No, sometimes a bad idea is marketable.
Yeah. Milk. It's a good one.
Sometimes, but okay. So I understand what you're trying to say as like, okay, if it's a marketable idea, it must be a good idea. Sometimes there are bad ideas that are marketable. You don't know if it's gonna succeed, but it's bad idea. Okay.
Tide Pods.
Can you imagine everybody sitting around the round table and you have that one guy that's like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Let's go with it.
Right. I mean, just because it made money, it doesn't make the original idea a good idea. For example,
Tide Pods. Tide
Nintendo
Pods.
want to
No.
make PlayStation, and that was a bad idea. And it's even worse idea for them to pull out that project and go to Panasonic. But it was a marketable idea at the time.
Tide Pods.
Who the hell uses Tide Pods anyway?
All right. So,
When the kids misuse it.
well, that was different. That Tide Pod
No,
was a
it's the
good
same
idea for the
idea.
convenience, right?
It's-
It was
no,
only
it's-
bad idea afterward. They go, oh, you know what?
No,
it made too
no,
colorful.
the
People eat it.
kids, when the kids ate it, being idiots, that's marketing. They're marketing that idea, and people are biting into it, so to
They
speak.
are not marketing that idea.
Like,
They are
yeah,
not
dude.
marketing. They are
They
definitely
did.
trying to do damage control
They
and tell
got a
people not to
shitload of
eat
people
it.
doing it. They got a shitload of people doing it, didn't they?
It's like that one time when people were drinking Gatorade or antifreeze because it tasted like Gatorade.
But that's not a marketable idea.
That
Yeah, it did because it worked.
Okay.
It
For
got
example,
people to
in
do it.
Japan, one day somebody just like, you know what? Let's make curry in a toilet bowl so it looks like you're eating shit. All right? And people was like, that is a bad idea. People's got to get grossed out. And that restaurant, boom. Everybody want to go there and try to eat it off the toilet bowl.
Okay, it was marketable.
But it was bad idea.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying Tide Pods was an example of one where not the company, but some idiots were able to market that and get people to do it.
For example, Facebook was a bad idea. It was looking for lawsuits, basically. But it was marketable. And it succeeded. But it was a bad idea. It was looking for lawsuits, basically. Right? And just happened, right timing, right people, it worked. But had that be any other time, like today, if Facebook was to start today, it might get in a lot of trouble. If that makes any sense. There are a lot of things that are bad ideas. But it ended up to be a marketable good idea. But the result doesn't make the original idea a good idea. So
I got it. Napster.
Napster was a great idea that's not marketable. Because you're depending on people stealing. So it was a great idea, but you can't really market it. Even though the repaired version of that idea became iTunes. Right? So it takes, even though the idea originally was good, it takes various versions to get it to a marketable idea. So the original version might be a good idea that's not marketable, and you will have to make adjustment into a marketable idea. So it's not an original idea anymore, but it's a marketable idea now. It's a concept. You know, when you go to a business meeting, you're talking about their business plans. All the plans are good plans, but whether or not they are marketable is up to they destroy it.
Got it.
So marketable idea is subjective to the market that you're trying to reach. Right, because when you write a business plan, you have to identify what market you're going with, what's your product, and what's your goal, right? And sometimes it might sound like a good idea, but it's not marketable. You're not trying to solve a problem that people have. So a lot of products failed, even though it's a good idea, is because people don't need it. It's marketable? No, because people don't need it, right? But a lot of things that are bad idea, like the dumbest thing. For example, I want to make a can, like a bottle opener that shoots out the bottle cap.
They make that.
Yeah, no, I'm just for example. At that point, if you hear that, it's like, that's a funny ass idea, but I don't think anybody's gonna buy it. It's out now. I want to make something that shoots out champagne. You're like, really? Champagne already shoots out itself. Well, it was a bad idea, but it was marketable to some drunk people.
Oh,
They knew the target, the drunk people will get it.
So here's one. I got it. And I don't remember the name, but I was watching a video this morning. And so it was it's a bad idea, but it's marketable. So they had these plastic Q-tips, almost like a spiral tip that you would put in your ear, and you would twist it so that when it goes into your ear, it twists and it pulls out all the earwax that's in your ear. I was like, what?
It doesn't work, by the way. It does not work.
I know, but it's a bad idea, but it's marketable.
Everybody ate jelly beans, right? Vomit flavor and burger flavor jelly bean was a bad idea.
They sell it.
Yeah.
But it was marketable because they think that idiots are going to eat
Still
it.
sell it. It's not a bad idea. It's a great idea.
No, it was a bad idea. In terms of food, people's like, why would you want to
No,
eat
it's a
bad
great
things?
idea. It's a great idea. It plays into the whole century egg and stinky tofu and all that.
No. See, here's the thing. There's no. I don't think there is one ethnic where their traditional delicacy was vomit.
Well, to be fair, what they're using to make that flavor is not vomit.
Well, it doesn't matter because they was looking for the vomit flavor, and they want to market the vomit flavor. When you compare to stinky tofu, century egg, those were delicacy of another country. So for people who are thinking, I wonder how that tastes like, and I wonder how baloo tastes like. I don't really want to eat baloo, but I want to know what baloo tastes like.
Yeah, and there's cheese that smell like stinky feet.
Right. But then that concept is marketable because the food exists, right? The food exists.
But all right, but it's still not. People don't like stinky feet.
It doesn't matter. The point is that the concept of marketing is when they go to the table, drawing table, they basically, you know what should the next flavor be? And somebody say, let's do vomit.
Yeah. It's brilliant
and I'm
idea.
pretty sure half the table is like, I don't think so.
No, brilliant idea because kids will eat that.
I'm telling
just to see if they can tolerate it, man.
I'm telling you, people is gonna go, I don't think so, and then few of the top ones, that would be really fun. So it was a bad idea, and then they tried to market it.
Same thing with slime, man. They're sliming people. Who wants to be slimed? Fuck that.
And this is why they only put that vomit flavor in certain packages. They don't put like single counts, like a whole bag of vomit, because they knew it was not marketable that way.
Challenge one.
Yeah, you got to mix it up.
Right. So
you're getting the vomit with the dog.
So they had to fix that original version of idea into something that's not marketable, which is placing into a challenge pack of some sort. Right. The original idea was not marketable. It was a bad idea. If you put a whole bag of vomit in the market, no one's gonna go buy that entire bag.
Unless you're trying to do a challenge for many people, then you would want there to be a bag of vomit.
You're risking the market. Whether or not, here's the thing. You might think it's marketable. The shop that's going to order it might not think it's going to sell.
I agree.
So that makes it not marketable. Another bad idea was marketable that was using Sesame Street character in your cigar. Bad, but it was marketable. Well, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
They technically cannot tell you it's Sesame Street. Technically.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And to be fair, this wasn't it the same eyes that were on like all the other fucking things. So
it's one of just like those
googly eyes.
Yeah. But it had a blue band, so it was affiliated with a specific character.
Have you been watching, Michael?
No.
All right, we done got your shit figured out for your shop and everything. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's
so
good. That's
Albert
good.
is saying that when you open a physical store, your tagline should be "Little Guy Cigar Shop, where the customer is always bigger."
That'll work.
See, and then your door needs to be 6-foot door.
I say garage.
Okay.
I say garage. You just put a garage door. You know.
No, Tony's going the other way as he normally does. He takes the other side.
Smaller.
Tony
do a half-size garage. Do a half-size garage, so it feels like you're bigger because the garage is half-size.
Yes. Do those little where they put the carts through at the grocery store? Do one of those. Where you have to climb under.
Yeah, so I can't even walk through one of those.
Right? It's one of those like just a single steel door that you kind of like rolls up. You know? And then you can on the top you can put compact human only.
No. I'm already going to say that because there's a cigar shop in Phoenix, Arizona that has already done that, and we won't go there because that is one that we will not talk about.
Really? There was one?
They have a lounge.
They're not talking about it. You can't talk. If you talk about it, Tony, you ruin it.
Yeah, we can't talk about it.
Yeah.
But do they use the half garage door?
Well, let me say this: they have the absolute best house blends in the world.
Now that doesn't count. Because it don't exist in my book.
But yeah, apparently
Michael,
he
why are you
turns like a
smoking? You
garage.
better tell me you're smoking something like a Flacco or something like that. Come on, man.
I don't have any more flacos. But yeah.
Okay, so when are you gonna get the flacos?
Next month.
Okay. No.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
There you go.
They have. Okay. They we haven't gotten all the specific details on when they're going to ship out. We're allowed to order them next week. You have to be at the show to order them. Everybody's limited to a maximum quantity we're allowed to order. That is all I know.
All right.
So hold the box for me.
Are they going to hire extra security for their shipments and stuff?
Wow.
You know, Michael, you can offer to rent a storage. Like, hey, you know, Lewis, you can keep all the storage with me. Just for that one particular cigar, I will go rent out a warehouse.
I was delicate with that, man. I was very delicate with that.
I didn't say you weren't delicate.
Well, at least it's coming back, right? That's a good thing, you know.
Yeah.
Some people just like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this again. It's a, you know, bad taste
All right,
in the
I'll be
mouth or
right
something
back.
like that, you know. Yeah, so Michael, we're actually talking about good idea and marketable idea. I was trying to explain that. You know, sometimes a good idea doesn't mean it's marketable.
I
Sometimes
know.
a bad idea is
Well,
marketable.
Johnny's throwing shade on me, man. Michael,
That's what he does.
I've got a lot of good ideas, brother.
But that's the thing. When you step into my field, that's when I got to tear it apart.
Oh my gosh.
That's what it is. He tells everybody that their ideas are bad. That's what he
Yeah,
does.
that's fine. That's fine. If I had $1 for every time someone did that, man, I'd be rich.
You know, I this is my field. When somebody like walk into it, it's like, here's a zone, right? You're walking right to it. Like, let me tell you how this works, right? It's
Right.
not. It's by no means trying to insult anybody. I'm just telling you that a lot of time, what is perceived outside the business is very different when you are at the, you know, negotiation table. Very
Oh yeah.
different,
I don't think businesses really understand
you know?
too well.
The truth is that everybody had their idea for business. Everybody have their idea in finance. And the problem with finance is that no one really understands finance. No one understands.
I know. I watch Shark Tank, man. You see it all the time.
Right? No one understands finance. I don't care. You can tell me that you're the finance person, you have CPA and all that stuff. I can tell you don't understand finance. Why? There's not one time I watch Bloomberg where two people agrees.
True.
So if it's something that can be learned and understand, there won't be disagreement. Right? Is there anybody gonna argue 1 + 1 = 2? No, because I was understand that 1 + 1.
Actually, a calculus teacher will really.
It's easy to prove, right? You know, because 2 - 1 is 1, so thus 1 + 1 = 2.
Calculus teacher will argue that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell the
great.
calculus teacher to come talk to me. I'm Asian.
Oh, they do. They
I'm Asian.
will. Yeah.
I'm Asian. Okay. Like I
Yeah.
can get calculus just like, oh, I caught myself. Oh shit, calculus came out.
And it may not be calculus. I'm not saying that calculus is what they would use to prove that, but you know, a calculus teacher typically would probably.
You know what I
Yeah.
hate though? Is sometimes when I look at Facebook, they'll come into this and they like kind of insult your IQ. Says, you know, only 1% of people can solve this. And they will give you this 1 + 1 = something and 2 +
Yeah, it's
it
order of
does not
operations.
equal 1, but they will tell you to solve for the next one. I'm like, I don't care what you solve. The fact that you write this out is already wrong.
Yeah, it's order of operation, that bullshit.
So no. They write very simple. 1 + 1 = 2, 2 + 2 = 9, and then 3 + 3 = what? It's trying to make you find that
Yeah, it's a pattern.
right, but it's not. You don't use a mathematic equation to
No.
describe something that isn't true to start with.
No,
So-
no, it's a different pattern. Yeah, it's like
Right?
you're.
But the way they did that was wrong. The fact that they use a mathematic calculation to describe something that's
Premise.
untrue is already
a
untrue.
mathematic premise, but in a way, it is mathematical because you're using those patterns to figure it out.
And the argument with the left to right, you know, multiplication first and then parentheses stuff, still up to today, nobody can agree because they changed sometime in the 1980s. And it doesn't, you know, it's how you solve it doesn't really mean that's how you solve it. Two mathematics mathematician will disagree. So,
How can you disagree on math when you only get one number?
No,
there's an
because the
order-
calculation
order
which
of
one goes
operation.
first has been argued for a long time.
You agree? Everybody has to agree on the standard on that.
Yeah.
All right. So they did not agree with which one goes first. Multiplication with the division goes, and parenthesis, which one goes first.
When you take two numbers, or when you take two things, and you perform an operation on it, it's easy. But when you have a whole bunch of them together, right, then you have to have some order in which you do it. And if
It's
you
the
don't
order
agree on
that
that
is-
order, then it can fuck it up. And calculators kind of, I think calculators kind of help fuck that up too.
Well, the calculator only runs the number one way. It will not.
Yeah, I
go
agree.
any other
Yeah,
way.
but how you enter it and how that's perceived as how you enter it is kind of weird.
So that's
Yeah.
what mathematicians always kind of disagree, because if you learn your math from certain country, what goes first is different than some other country, and that agreement has kind of changed over time. So if you learn your math multiplication table pre-1980s, pre-1990s, you do it one way. After 1990, like the Common Core math, you do it the other way, and that kills it. And that's why people disagree.
Yeah. Like I've watched like kids doing math problems now. I'm like, what the fuck? What are all these extra steps? All you gotta do is just put these numbers here, and boom, you got the number.
Calculator in your head doesn't work anymore. They don't want you to do that.
I know the answer to that. I know the answer to that.
But
know it.
Robert Kiyosaki knows finance.
Robert Kiyosaki creates his own damn finance. He's creative financing master.
But that's the thing. Just because it works for one person, it doesn't mean it works for everyone. Okay, here's one thing, okay? If one successful person in finance writes a book, you're not going to succeed the same way reading that book. I can tell you that.
No.
All right?
What they're successful at is getting people to spend $20 on a book.
The thing is that if there's a constant rule that always works, then there won't be there won't be anyone in the finance world that failed, right? Not everyone is gonna have a bad investment, because investment is based on emotion. Believe it or not, it's based on emotion. If the market feels one way, the money will go up. If the market feels the other way, the market will go down. You can be the finance master, but none of them will actually say one day Elon Musk is gonna smoke weed on TV and that's tank the freaking stock. Nobody can tell that. Yes, Michael.
Let me answer that question for me. What does it say, Tony? Read me.
What?
Read me.
There's a question. There's a question.
Yeah,
question
he wants you to read off to him. He can't handle reading it.
Oh, Michael, are you expect to see any shortage in EP Carrillo, New Wave, Connecticut?
Okay, so with EP Carrillo, the New Wave Reserva, Connecticut, the Ilancos, and the what is the other one called? The Capital Soul are not being made right now. They're going to be on hiatus. So if you want because they're focusing production on the Pledge and all that, and the Encore and the Live Story and all that, because it's a high demand. So if there's somewhere that you can get the New Wave Reserva, Connecticut, or the Ilancos, or the Capital Soul, I have some left of each. Go ahead and get them, because you're not going to see them for a while. The regular New Wave Connecticut, not the Reserva, but the regular New Wave, is available. And
so is this like that bourbon shortage that happened?
Well, no, this one is because they're focusing the production on all the highest selling lines.
Okay.
So there will not be a New Wave of Connecticut. New Wave Connecticut.
New Wave Reserva.
New Wave of Connecticut. I get it.
But here's the thing, though. I don't blame them, because Pledge is actually a really good cigar. Pledge is a really good cigar. So if they got to focus on Pledge, I can understand why.
All right, let me ask you this, Michael. So someone told me today, or in one of the comments of my videos, they watched the #1 cigar of the year, which was the 2019, which was the Encore.
Mm-hmm.
Have those gone up in price significantly?
No, they're still available at retail price, but there is going to be a price increase across the board next year, like everybody is.
Because someone mentioned that those cigars are now $30. Is it probably because
That's
where they're
probably the
living?
That's probably the store markup.
Yeah, that's the store because I do not do that. There's no reason to do that because we're not getting charged anymore for it. If they're doing a supply and demand thing, that's on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because at one point, Andalusian bowl was $58.
Yeah, because I don't care. I don't care if something's on back order. Just because it's on back order for everybody and I have something in stock, I'm not going to check the price of.
Yeah. Price gouging.
Yeah,
Price
that's
gouging.
I'm not going to do that.
So yeah, Quick says never tried the new wave but heard good things about it.
Huh.
Somebody text me. Hold on. What the
All right.
Right.
So Martine had a question about
Oh god.
kids being able to do math or something. Why the
No,
different
I just said that in places like Korea and China,
no.
they're adding extra steps to their math problems.
Do you not understand how Asians are? Asians are like robots. They're made of math. So you don't have to worry about it.
No. You're talking about your kids, right? Your kids have different weird ways of doing it, right?
Well, yeah, I've noticed that too. Yeah, with my kids, they do their math problems a little different. I'm like, what? I'm like, why the fuck are you doing it like that? I was like, look, if you do it this way, it's easy.
They're
Well,
trying to
everybody
get.
learns differently too.
Now,
They're-
let me
they're-
explain this, okay?
They're,
Let me
they're
explain
trying
this.
to get. I know the answer to that.
Well,
Go
since
ahead.
he mentioned Asia, how
No, I'm
Asian
getting
people
it.
learn math is slightly different than how we learn math here. Because I went to school in Asia, right? So by third grade, you have to remember those multiplication, all that stuff by heart. The
Oh, yeah.
teacher will
We
not
did
let you go home if you cannot do math just by looking at it.
Yeah, there was in 5th grade we did that where we had like quizzes on like
Yeah,
you
they're
had to
not
know.
doing that so much
We're,
anymore.
we're doing that since third grade. I think India do it since like second grade or first grade. And they remember their multiplication table until 11 by heart.
Cool.
So that's why there's a difference. In the US, they tell you everything to show work. And Common Core to make you even show even more detailed work. So the way the teacher teach it is so that because you show all this work, you understand math. But for Asia, it's not like because all this work make you understand. It's because you remembered it, so you kind of understand. You remember like a robot.
Yeah.
Right? So when you do math, you already skip a few things because the part that you see, you already calculated in your head. So you skip those parts. Right? But here's the thing. In our generation, including you, right? In our generation, when we do math, a lot of time you kind of like just like, oh, okay, you know, you knew when you see 1 + 1, you knew it was 2, so you're not gonna show that work, right?
Right.
Right.
So over there, they were over here nowadays. They're like, all right, I know you know 1 + 1 = 2, but you gotta write it out. So you're getting all those extra steps.
I don't know if he's talking about that though.
Huh?
I don't know if he's talking about that exactly though.
Like there's so many like because therefore in the U.S. Mathematic.
Yeah,
thing.
What I'm saying is that what they're trying to do is get the kids to understand the concepts behind the math that they're doing.
No, but the thing is
They're
that
trying to
like
get
you know
them-
over
they're trying to get
here.
them learn conceptually of it.
Over here, a
And
lot
that-
of teachers like if you can't calculate this, draw a square, put the number in there. This times this times that. You know, they kind of like give you a visual thing to remember.
That's
so
what
that
I'm
you
getting
can
at.
do a
There's
math
different
that way.
ways. They're showing them different methods and trying to get them to.
But what's stupid
Dude.
is the teacher demands you to write that in the question. They require you to write it or it's wrong.
I'm not seeing that. I don't see that.
Well, Martin, is that what you mean?
It's just I've noticed that the problems are getting longer, which is what you said. It's to get them to see that they understand the process of it. But if there's an easier way to do it to get to the same problem, why not do that?
Well, because they're not doing single step problems anymore. They're doing multi-step problems. Like you have to like you have to get a piece of information to do the next part of the problem is my point. That's what they're having them do. It's a more rigorous problem. Because if they don't know the concept of how to do the math, they're not gonna get it. And so they're trying to raise the rigor of it, huh?
Let me give you another example, okay? This is one of the things that I think that has
I'll
caused
see
you
if I
to
can
doubt.
find
The
one.
multiple step mathematics. The multiple step
got one.
mathematics is actually the result of No Child Left Behind. All right. If you study math in Singapore, good luck. Singapore is, if you're not good enough, you stay behind. They will not taught you twice. All right. If you ever go to school in Singapore, that's how it is. You can't catch up, you stay in that same grade forever. And the people who excel.
I'll pull one up. I'll pull one up so you can see it. What grade y'all want to do?
Are we really gonna do math in this channel?
Yeah, why not, man?
Now I've got third graders who are doing math that I didn't do until I was in 5th grade.
Yeah. I'll give you an example.
What I can tell you that whatever I learned in Asia at 3rd grade, when I came to America, they were teaching that in 6th grade.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. That's a huge difference because they need to make sure that everybody remember, and then every year they kind of in the beginning like introduction and review of the previous year's kind of mathematics. So you have all those steps to help you remember and understand those math. In Asia, next year you'll never see the same kind of stuff from the previous year. You just move on. Next thing. Anyways. Who else is counting? We have what, 12 days left?
Yeah, buddy.
12 days left.
That sounds right.
12 days left. You know, my wife actually thought I'm leaving next week. She's like, next week, you're going to be gone for so long. I'm like, dude, 3 days. Not even 3 days.
So,
it's like day and a half.
So I've got people that, because of my whole company switching over from new ownership, we have new people coming over, which new people means you can actually find new people who enjoy cigars. So there are 2 new guys that I'm going to be inviting to the group or to.
You gotta vet them. You gotta vet them.
I gotta vet them. Yeah, I know, but they're like one guy was talking to me today. He's like, "So is the meet this next Saturday?" I was like, "No, it's next Saturday." And he's like, "Okay, so." We had like a little mini conversation. He was asking his boss if he had smoked cigars, and he replied, "Yeah, I like cigars. I enjoy cigar every once in a while." And then what me and him were talking about was like, he didn't understand your question. Are you a cigar smoker? Like, do you enjoy cigars on a regular basis, not like on special occasions?
Right.
So it's like me and him, we kind of understood each other, and that's why I invited him. And there's another guy who's going to be coming, who's from Dubai. He's never had a lot of stuff that's here in the U.S., so he's trying to explore the stuff that he can get here. So I got like a sampler pack that I'm building for him that I'm going to take for him on Monday, and then it's just kind of get him to try the stuff that's here, because all he's ever really smoked is Cubans, because in Dubai you can get Cubans real fucking cheap. So I was like, there's some really good stuff here that I like that I'll introduce you to, that is like a variety of things. But he said that the stuff that he's tried here so far have sucked. I was like, okay, well, let me work on something that I think you'll like, and it'll be like somewhat opening your palate into what America has to offer.
Okay, I want to put it out there. Okay, I know now some area is trying to pump their number to 30. Make sure you vet the people, because if they don't stay, there's kind of no point. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Vet the people.
Hey, we're going to have, let me tell you something. We're going to have a core vetted. Let me tell you that. Let me just say that.
You know, there's
I was waiting for that. You have no idea.
You were not waiting for that.
Yes, I was.
Was that predictable?
Yes, that one was very predictable. I was waiting for that.
You know.
No, quick.
Yeah, our core is vetted already. I'm just saying.
I don't have a lot of friends. I'll say that. Outside of YouTube, I'm a pretty quiet guy, but everybody at work knows me as the cigar smoker. So if they're kind of like attracted to me, like everybody knows, and
yeah,
I've had people come up from the new company who were kind of blending together, who are like, "Hey, I heard you smoke cigars. What do you like? Blah, blah, blah. So we'll start conversations that way. And then that's when I'll be like, hey, also, we're having a meet with a couple of my friends from the cigar group that I've been a part of for a couple of years. And if you'd like to meet some of the guys that I hang out with, there's going to be about a good 20 people from throughout the United States that you can come and hang out with. So
See how you worked
I
in the
do.
blend, by the way? See that?
Now, this is one thing that you kind of have
That's
to
what
warn
happened.
them for, is that newcomers don't get swag. So
Yeah, they don't get
shouldn't-
swag, man.
They
No, I
have-
don't mention the swag thing. I don't mention anything.
well, when they
All I
showed up,
mention-
if they see everybody getting swags and stuff like that,
no.
they need to understand.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll go into that, but I kind of just mention the camaraderie, being able to meet people who are like-minded. So
Okay.
that's basically what I'm selling.
Okay, cool. Making a killing, yo. Making a killing.
right. I got an
Yeah.
example, math problem.
All right.
All right, so imagine like a stovetop. You have they show a picture of like a stovetop, a box with three or no 4 circles for the burners, right?
Okay.
Okay, you with me?
All right.
So they tell them what the diameter of each circle is, and then they tell them what the area of the stovetop is, and they say, what is the estimate of the area in square inches minus the burners? It does not include the area of the burners.
Okay.
So they have to figure out the area of the circles first, and then subtract it from the area of the rectangle.
Right.
Okay.
That was a 2-step thing.
Oh my God! Really? Come on! I don't think that's what
Yeah,
you
but-
mean.
Albert,
Well, yeah. If you
No,
want to put
that's
it
the kind
into
of
into an
That's the
actual
kind of math they're having to
calculation,
do.
yeah.
No, I'm telling you, that's the kind of math they're having to do. Which is like some of these kids are like, fuck that. There's too many steps.
I thought that was gonna be a super complicated one. So you're technically
It's not. No, it's not. But that's the kind of stuff that trips these kids up, man.
well, that's a
Oh, wow.
standard calculation of geometry, right? So you take
it
the
is.
area you don't want, you take the total area minus the area you
I
don't want.
know, man. Singapore kid, you get that like that, man. I promise. Yeah, for real. But they struggle with
hey
that.
Albert. Hey Albert, you lost me at stovetop. I started thinking about food.
Yeah, I understand.
That's the
like
thing.
that's an
It's really
example of
weird
like-
because in the U.S., geometry is a separate course.
Yeah.
But geometry is technically algebra 1. Algebra 1 and 2 includes geometry.
I
So
filled out three.
the fact that they even have a geometry as a second separate course boggles my mind. It just explodes.
It's why you do math. Geometry is why you do math, right?
Yeah, because everything can be expressed in shapes. Mathematics is shapes.
Yeah, well, everything we fucking do is a shape, right? I mean,
No, here's the thing.
Building,
Before
making-
numbers was invented, okay, for everybody who's studying math, before numbers expression was created, so normal numerals was invented. Shapes was used to describe numbers. Everything can be used to describe every shape can be used as mathematics. So all the equation that you're looking at can be expressed by shapes. Like just draw a square and then cut it out. You know, you can express any equation in shapes. Just so everybody knows, mathematics actually came from shapes. Geometry is the core of mathematics. Before numbers were invented.
yep.
In fact, in the beginning, there was no number 0. Number 0 was such a odd idea that it never
It is
existed.
an odd idea. It was.
It's a bad
And the
idea.
chisel- the
But
chisel
but
didn't-
It was marketed.
The chisel did not. They didn't have a 0 chisel either.
No, the idea of having nothing was not an idea before. So 0 was never invented until much after. Kind of weird, right? But yeah, that's
Yeah,
how
so
it is.
here's how 0 happened. Okay. So back when back in the Flintstone age, you had 3 women that you were dragging by the hair. You had another guy that was bigger from you. He took them all. Then you had 0. That's how 0 was created.
But a 0 was a knot on your head.
But that's the thing. Back in the day, 0
That's what
was
they
not
call-
a concept. You wouldn't do
That's why
math
they call-
if that it doesn't exist. You wouldn't put inside an equation if 0 didn't exist, right? 0 means nothing. Why will you put it in the equation if 0 doesn't exist?
But the thing is, using his example, you had a knot on your head, and that's why they call zeros knots.
Oh my god. Right? So back in the day, calculating 0 was not useful. There's no need to calculate anything that did not happen, like 0, nothing. So 0 didn't exist for a long time. But that's going too deep into, the study of math and stuff like that. That's Albert's job. He teach. I just tell you it's wrong. This is like stopping. Yeah. That's a too deep of concept. I mean, I don't think anybody want to know about that. So that's moving forward.
Too deep for our shallow minds, man. I'm saying.
No, it is something that unless you care, it really doesn't matter, right? Because it's like the invention of numbers really doesn't make sense. I get there was a huge uproar when they first designed numbers. They didn't think all the back in the day mathematicians didn't think number was necessary. So,
You know why they didn't like it? It's because they're Arabic numbers that we use. That's why they don't like it.
right? Number was not necessary because everything was calculated by shapes. Right? And afterward they start to use measurement and numbers that for a long time nobody can understand that. That's why we teach math course. Right? Back in the day it was not necessary. You can be a merchant, simply be able to count 1 to 10 back in the day. Like way back in the day. If you can do any sort of math, plus, minus, you can be a merchant. That's literally the number one requirement. You cannot just be a merchant because you want to. You have to be able to calculate. So,
But then, if you get a finger chopped off, you can't be a merchant no more. You gotta go work.
because a lot of time back in the day was estimates. You have one coin, they will chip off part of the coin as part of the payment. Right? 1/10 of that, coin. There was no exact. They're not gonna weight exact because you cannot chip exact amount of a coin.
That's where they get chip off the old block.
Right? That was the reason why number was invented and measurement was invented afterward, because there was no exact. There was no exact.
Well, it was the weight of the gold or silver or.
Yeah, but then there was no way to get it exact. Like what if I'm telling you this salt costs 0.1 ounce. You cannot accurately chip off 0.1 ounce off that coin. So it was you gotta see a lot of odd shape, back in the day stuff. And nowadays we have math, so each one is like a whole number. But yeah, that was people. Anyways.
Anyway.
Pi was not a concept either.
Say what?
Pi wasn't a concept either.
Yeah, because pi was food.
They understood dividing circumference by diameter, but they didn't understand. They didn't really think about that.
Well, the thing is that because pi is not exact, so pi is not an accurate number. Because pi goes to infinity, it never stops. So it was not an accurate thing, but we use it because
it goes even beyond infinity, which is crazy.
Okay, Buzz Lightyear.
That's what I was gonna say. Good. You caught that, Tony. Very good. You caught that.
This conversation makes my head hurt.
Here's the thing. It's a good thing to just kind of have it in the back of your mind, because one day your kids are gonna ask you about that.
God, my kids already do. Third grade.
Think of it this way.
What the fuck?
If the teacher is like, do a essay or something like that about mathematics, you got a good idea. It's like, do an essay about zeros. You can write a 50-page essay easy.
Hey, I'll tell you this, man. Try to count a room full of kids, man, when they're walking around the damn room, man. That sucks. That flat out sucks. Yeah.
That's when you call their names out and you're like, okay, 1.
Then you got people talking and you don't know who said what. It sucks hell, man. I'm telling you.
Beat the bus lady. sit down. You know.
Oh, I do. I'm like, first thing, come in my room, sit down, be quiet, let me get this figured out, and then rock and roll. We'll rock and roll, man.
This
But
is why. This is why back in the day, Asian teach works. Kids coming to the room, the teacher had a bamboo stick on the hand. I'll see who stands up.
Yeah, no, I kid you not, man. It's and you wouldn't think, right, counting people, but they do. They start getting up and walking, and I'm like, okay, I'll just try to count real quick. And think about sheep, right? They had to sit there and try to count sheep and shit.
Yeah, but then they have a dog to keep the sheep in line.
Yeah, I understand, but they still move, right? Move around. Yep.
He's got 28 students, and then he's counting 56, and he's like, "What the hell's going on?"
It's for the admiring student. Well, actually, in college courses happens all the time. We have people that come to listen to course when they're not part of that class, because it's taught in the hall, so you can just go and sit down. Nobody cares.
But believe it or not, a lot of our mathematics came from the space race. What we're dealing with now was left over from the space race. They wanted kids to have a background in the kind of mathematics that would help them be engineers.
Which is bad, because imagine if all we have is engineers but no physical people.
Yeah. So we're kind of fighting that problem right now.
If you take 10 cigars away from 20 count box, do you still have 10 cigars in the box? Now do you have 10? No.
Still on the whole drill state thing, okay?
Yeah, do you have a 10 count box thing? Yes, you do.
No, if you have a 10 count, if you took 10 cigar away from a 20 count box, you still have 10, you got a problem because you didn't have one on your hand for smoking. You have 9 left.
Yeah.
Who's counting?
Minus the hat.
Minus the hat. And the swag.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then you talk about the idea of a negative number. That's a weird deal too.
Negative number didn't exist until now.
Subtracting a negative number. That's another one. Is subtracting a negative. That's what the hell. They get tripped up on that.
2 negative doesn't make a right.
But 3 rights make a left.
Okay. Is it? No. 1, 2. Yeah, it does, huh?
Oh my God, Tony! I like that to watch his head do that.
Yeah, you gotta double check it. You gotta double check it.
No,
Double
you're
check
right.
it. Okay.
It makes you think, right? It makes you think. I love that.
Double check it.
Hey, Mike, check it out, bro. Check it out, man. Mike knows what this is. Hello.
Here we go. Someone turning another pan. By the way, I was writing notes down during the meeting. I was using Albert's pen.
All right, man.
And they were like,
right well?
You write well. And then they were like, where did you buy that pen? That pen must be expensive. I was like, yeah, I have no idea. This pen costs like 2 arm and a leg and the shipping.
It was, yeah, absolutely.
And they're like, oh my God, that must be expensive. Like, yeah, no, my friend gave it to me. Like, oh,
yeah, I found a pen cartridge for that. A Parker, it's like a Parker cartridge. But wait a minute, you got the rollerball. Never mind. Forget it. Yeah, you got the rollerball.
It was funny that they asked, like,
you can put the G2 in there.
Brand.
You can put the G2 in there.
It looks like a name brand. I was like, yeah. Albert brand. Progress Albert 1 tool lead to desire to have 2 more.
Oh, it does, man. He's right. He's right on.
But isn't that the same thing with this, everything, cigars and everything? Car parts? Right?
I held off on getting that for a while. I was drilling with the lathe, putting a drill chuck in there and just drilling it, and I noticed it was kind of hollowing it out too much, and so I got that so I can use a press. So some blanks don't work as well on that.
Hey, anyway. Quick, HRU. What's HRU?
How are you?
Oh. I thought that was AFK. What's AFK is away from keyboard.
Windows off. Yeah, AFK is away from keyboard. Windows off. Yeah, mathematics. I feel like, when it comes to a mathematics topic, you can keep talking. Like, it can go to no end. Like,
it adds up.
No shit. What the
like, people go off on a tangent.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
How many people actually in this chat room knows how to draw a tangent on a graph?
It's been a long time, but I probably could.
Oh, that's easy. Tangents are easy.
A what?
A tangent.
A what?
Sine,
Exactly.
cosine, tangent. Come on.
It's perpendicular to the radius.
What is sine plus cosine?
A loan. A bill. That's what a sine plus
Yeah,
a
right.
cosine is. A bill.
Sine plus cosine column.
Car loan. That's it.
I think my house is doing well. Cool. Yeah. I mean, I recently I've heard a lot of people getting COVID.
Yeah, we've had like the past 4 emails I've seen 9, 13, 12 kids that have been. All right, so I can't talk too much about this, but
I think we have like what 4 members that got COVID, 5 members.
Yeah.
like there may be kids that have COVID, but they don't get identified as having COVID in the school, so they don't count them, even though they're absent because of it. Kind of weird. But we've had 9 or 12 confirmed cases in our school every day.
You know, the saying out there right now is from the scientists are saying that if you ever got Omicron variant,
My card.
you could be super immune to COVID.
What's up, Oprah?
So if you get Omicron, you're much less likely to get another COVID. Much less.
Bless your heart there, Josh.
Josh
Oprah.
is not on the show today.
Dude, I was trying to call you today to come out. Actually, I want to meet you in Murphy.
What's in Murphy? What's going on?
What
You're on,
Murphy?
you're muted, Josh.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
There
Yeah.
we go.
No, Albert, I've got the kids tonight, and so I just saw that you called probably about 15 minutes ago.
All
Going
good,
with
dude.
them
All
and-
good.
We're doing some crystal growing stuff and other nonsense.
Wait, is
Yeah.
it crystal or rock candy? Which one?
Crystal, you can't eat it, so it's supposed to like grow on this tree thing. I don't know. I'll drop a picture of it later. It looks kind of cool. We just colored the trees and stuff and fed it tonight, so we'll see how it
But to
how
grow
it turns
crystal, you
out.
must first have a piece of crystal. You cannot grow crystal.
Yeah, it
without crystal.
included like a little. Yeah, it included a little thing.
Little starter crystal.
Yeah, you need a starter
Yeah.
crystal to grow crystal. Science.
Yeah,
And
Mike,
then
I was
you're
trying
gonna
to think of something, dude. I can't think of it.
And,
Yeah.
and then
Or-
you're gonna have a business on your hands.
Now Josh is gonna be the next millionaire. He's gonna open the new Swarovski.
Or it could turn really, really left, and the type of crystal that I'm
Yeah.
growing
yeah,
is
that's-
meth.
That is even
new
bigger
Walker
killing. What is that? Last what?
It's the 2020 Las Calaveras.
There we go.
Nice.
Cool.
Looks
Cool,
blue
babe.
on the
I like
screen, but
I like
it's
the purple
purple.
color.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. I'll do that
Yeah.
now. I'll do that now.
Kind of smell some plastic burn. Hopefully it's not my wires.
Is that a microphone hanging down?
It is.
It is.
It is. I don't understand why he had to hang it like that, but I guess it makes sense because he doesn't have to attach it to him every single time now.
It's
But-
to bother. It's to bother James when he talks
Right,
to James.
because it's like right in the place, but it's kind of weird. I don't know how to describe that. It's kind of weird. When is Super Bowl again?
I don't know.
14th.
Next month?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right on Valentine's Day? Are they kidding me?
I'm
Or
waiting
the
for
12th.
September.
No, maybe it's the 12th.
No,
I'm
no, but
waiting for September.
that's the 13th because the 13th.
Oh, the 13th. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, they planned Super Bowl right on Valentine's Day. Nobody dares to watch it. My
Gives the
wife
men
wants to
a
watch it because
at
it's gonna be.
home with the wife.
My wife want to watch it because the halftime show is gonna be all those '90s like superstars from the '90s.
Oh, 49ers are playing, aren't they?
I don't know who's playing. I know my wife's just gonna watch the
49ers.
commercials. So
Oh, Green
Yeah.
Bay's winning. I love it.
Everything that everybody that's talking about is that freaking West Coast rappers and all this stuff's going to be on there. So that's like the big thing that everybody's talking about. So that's all I know.
I heard Shaquille O'Neal complain about it. He said he absolutely hated the lineup. Reason because this it's like a 20-something minute halftime show. You give everybody like what 2 minutes, and he wanted to watch 30 minutes of each. So
They should do the Tupac hologram.
they've done that before.
You remember when they did that hologram of Tupac
Mhm.
in a concert?
That's a huge setup though. You need a reflector and everything, and you have to. I'm not saying that they don't choreograph beginning, but like it's a lot of work, and it's gotta be really hard to show on camera too. I'm looking forward to all the commercials. I really want to see one cigar brand has the guts to put a commercial on Super Bowl.
That shit's expensive, man.
I know it's expensive, but that would be like shove it to there,
Okay, so here's a conversation starter. Which cigar brand do you think would, because of the personalities behind the brands, which cigar brand do you think would actually do that?
Drew
Like,
Estate.
put a commercial for their brand during the halftime show or during the Super Bowl.
Based on
Drew-
personality.
Drew-
Yeah, Drew State or
Yeah.
Room 101, one or the other.
Okay,
Room
Oh
101.
yeah, Room 101. That's a good one.
They're not big
I
enough.
think Steve Saka would probably do one.
I was about to say that Steve Saka would just do it as a fuck you kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
His
that's $1
commercial
million.
would look like-
That's $1 million to be it's $1 million worth of fuck yous.
Yeah, and everybody
But
pay a dollar
I think-
extra for a cigar too.
But hey, going around that whole who has the balls to do that, I think a good marketing thing for cigars would be Padron, because every time you celebrate a win, you smoke a Padron.
But that's the problem. Padron is that brand that doesn't give a shit if you buy.
Right.
So they never gotta
But-
spend that money. They don't advertise.
But
Period.
Yeah, they don't. But it would be a good idea.
Right. But like
No,
if
they don't have to.
here's the thing, if any brand gonna do that, I want them to just do a simple black screen that says "Cigar does not kill you." Prove me wrong. That's it. Just one screen. Cigar does not kill you. Prove me wrong. And that's it. It don't even need to be a 30-second. You can be like a 10-second thing. And all the cigar smokers gotta go, oh snap! 10
Yeah.
seconds. That's all you need. And then right after that 10 seconds, you show the logo. Right? That would be a big smack in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in terms of publicity, their Instagram, their Twitter, and all that is gonna blow up. It's gonna blow up that
Would
day.
they? Is there like a tobacco ban on during the Super Bowl?
There is no tobacco ban per se, but no advertiser will just automatically reject it if you try.
Hmm.
And if
I don't
not,
know, man. I think
they will just jack up the price. They will jack up the
I
price.
think the cigar business is big enough right now, man.
Because I mean, alcohol, they do that all the time.
But
Budweiser,
alcohol is
or-
no longer a thing that they teach you in school that it will kill you.
But you don't want to drive up interest in cigars, bro. Just saying.
I mean, put that in perspective, okay? There is commercial for condoms. And they allow that because school tells you that condom is good.
Well,
Try to
they're
put up
consumable. They're like the ultimate consumable, right?
Yeah. Try to put up a commercial that says, leave the plastic at home. The other way is better. Try to put that one up. Everybody will just flame you to death. I don't think any TV station will air that. Even though that statement is probably true, and it's not gonna kill you, but they can't because it's not politically correct. and they won't air it. They just won't air it. And I think any station that airs it probably gotta get fined by their city. I think so.
A little off topic, but as soon as you said condom, my first thought was Martine's 41 kids will tell you he's never even seen a condom.
There's a story behind that.
Just think of this way:
Story behind that.
how much money did they fine for the wardrobe malfunction?
Oh my god, yeah, I remember that.
Even though that was claimed to be an
Yeah.
accident, they got fined for accident.
It was not an accident.
That
Oh,
was
I
not
know it doesn't
He
look like an
ripped it
accident.
off of her. Yeah.
I
She
mean,
had
who
fucking pasty. That was not an accident.
who put jewelry on a plaza that nobody gonna see? Anyways, so you know what I'm saying, right? A lot of TV station has the right to reject a commercial request, right? No, doesn't matter how much money you pay them. They're not gonna put their station in jeopardy by airing it, right? Even some of the political advertisement, some TV station will just reject doing it.
Okay, well, what about if you do make it like a celebratory thing? Celebrate your favorite team with a cigar.
Again, you're promoting tobacco.
I mean, you're promoting alcohol all throughout the fucking Super Bowl.
Alcohol is, again, no one out there has been taught that alcohol will kill you.
No.
And even with alcohol, in the end, they have to tell you use it responsibly, drink responsibly, right? Because that way now we're not promoting it. We're also just promoting you to celebrate.
Okay, so what if they do this? What if they put a commercial saying, celebrate your favorite team with the cigar, and then you put like a little do not inhale.
Fucking Bill Clinton.
Here's
Put a
the thing,
picture
look
of Bill
how many
Clinton next to
movies
it.
no longer use cigarettes because
Yeah.
you can't air in certain channels
Yeah,
if they smoke cigarette at all.
yeah, and you can have like a woman with a blue dress in the background.
Because back in the day, there is Marlboro commercials, right? Back in the day, there is Marlboro
Marlboro
commercials.
Man. Yeah, Marlboro Man.
But they
Joe
stopped
Camel.
advertising it because they can't anymore. TV stations
What
don't
you do?
want to have that stigma.
That's what you do. You got a guy saying smoking a cigar, saying don't inhale, while he's got a girl in the blue dress behind him. Perfect.
Wait, doesn't Dos Equis guy had smoking a cigar in a commercial before?
No, I don't think so.
I think that was print ad.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, if you think about this, right? It's the TV station don't want to deal with complaints of airing a commercial that has to do with cigars or tobacco. Period.
because let me ask you this, because the Super Bowl is mostly watched by adults.
It's true.
So
But
if
kids also watch
alcohol
it.
is okay, if alcohol is okay, they're watching alcohol ads. Tobacco for 18, 21, well, no, 21 now, 21 plus, it's okay. It's marketable.
But you're marketing something that the state is trying to tell you cause cancer.
Well, fuck California.
Well, like everybody is trying to tell you that in school they tell you that smoking cigarette give you cancer, and they
Well, yeah,
relate cigarette
That's-
with tobacco. Literally that term,
know.
right? Tobacco.
Yeah,
And it's
they've
true.
taught that.
Chewing tobacco it can also give you cancer.
Yeah, that's why they don't promote it during baseball games.
Right. So all this, the category of tobacco has been so negatively advertised that if you put a tobacco, let's say on Fox 25, they gotta get phone calls like, why do you put tobacco commercials? Try to entice
But
kids to smoke.
Could it be like the whole thing where it's a negative thing, but it promotes it to a positive thing?
It's
No.
very hard. It's very hard to convince them that. That's the problem. I'm
I'm
not
with
saying
Tony on this one, man.
I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying that I think that it's gonna be very hard sell for the TV station to say, okay, we'll air it.
We'll do a vote. Let's do a vote. There's 5 of us.
Okay. If you own the TV station, would you air a tobacco-related commercial? Raise your hand if you would. There you go. Good idea, not marketable.
Yeah.
Dude, the backlash that you would get from something like that, in addition to raising more or putting it back on the FDA's radar even more than it already is.
I'm saying, man, we got to be.
Although I think there could be some really cool cigar commercials out there. That would be awesome.
We need to be shadow smokers, man. Just saying.
I like that.
Right, so it's a hard sell. I mean, I think if you do, like, if any company allowed it, the person who signed it, like, allow you to allow it to go through, he's gotta get fired because of the backlash. Especially with the cancel culture, they can cancel an entire station. Technically, even though we knew the person that's watching it and complaining is probably smoking cigar too.
So here's what we do: we have Drew Newman make a commercial. Because Drew Newman is like one of the #1 people who actually educates people and educates court systems about the entire tobacco process.
Right, but you can do that. But the thing is that the person watching it is gonna complain regardless.
Everybody's gonna fucking complain.
Hey,
No. The parent will complain.
Our Russian friend voted no, a no-go.
Say what?
Our
Bunch of
Russian friend
Russians.
voted a no-go.
Yeah, he said no go.
They're
Or no
him
go.
in
He said no go.
Yeah, fuck them.
Right? I can totally see how that's gonna cause a huge backlash of the parents. It's like, I can't believe they gotta say, I don't mind if you guys put it on there, but my kids are watching too. I don't want them to learn about tobacco.
Well, is alcohol okay?
Alcohol is okay. Drink
But
responsibly.
ironically, there will be some sexy ads on there.
Exactly.
Let's put it this way, because alcohol is also tied to religion. So alcohol is technically okay. They cannot stigmatize it too much where they don't allow it. Because when you're a Christian, you drink wine. So they cannot completely get rid of alcohol. Thus, it became an okay category.
Right.
So unless you gotta tell me a religion that's really accepted in the U.S. that smoke, I mean, like literally, I can only think that if anything's gonna air, it will be like 2:30 in the afternoon commercial right after the Native Americans commercial about loans, short-term loans. Right after that, Indian can say, in Indian culture, we used to smoke tobacco.
No, it had to
Yeah,
be
because-
Native Americans getting up, the standard tear in the eye, litter on the highway, and then they're having something to do with tobacco. That'll be
Make a
acceptable.
commercial like, one like those like crying baby, like those like for 15 cents a day you can save this baby.
You know how many like documentaries I've seen? Well, I haven't seen a lot of them, but when they talk about the reservation, like the res, life on the res. You ever seen like documentaries where they have like life on the reservation?
No, come on.
You haven't seen that? How about you, Josh? You're a documentary fiend.
No. Well, I take it back. I did watch one on Pine Ridge. It was only one, but I did watch the entire first season of Reservation Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs?
Reservation Dogs.
Oh, is there people that
Res Dogs.
they make reservations like for hotels?
No, sir.
Oh no, it's like Res Dogs is what it is.
That's a play on Reservoir Dogs. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you, man, that reservation wasn't pristine. Let me tell you. Just saying.
It's just what is allowed. I mean, I think that most parents
Tony don't
will
want to touch
complain
that.
about that. It's just like, imagine. Oh, this is gotta be really weird. Imagine if somebody had a commercial promoting, I don't know, become homosexual or something. Even though it's totally okay, all those
Yeah.
like strong Christians are gonna call TV stations and what the fuck.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
they do
it's
that. No,
acceptable.
that happens now, man. That happens. There's pro LGBTQ plus commercials now, man.
On a Super Bowl?
True.
Oh yeah.
It's acceptable now. So I think something like that would be okay. Well, I think something like that would be acceptable to play during a fucking.
Yeah, they're not going to promote like it's trying to promote people to be gay. That's not
Right.
their whole
It's
thing,
just
right?
the acceptance of
They're
it.
going to show.
Right. But what I'm saying that
Different
is that there's always
thing.
got to be a group of people that's going to complain about any commercial that's out there and just how much. Right?
Oh yeah,
So when you put tobacco, half of America is going to call in the TV station.
yeah. We don't want that, man. I want cigar prices to kind of stay where they are. In fact,
And
I
he
kind of
wants-
want less people to smoke so that the prices will come down a little bit. But
Let's
No
get us some
offense.
deals.
So
because we
I-
get too many people wanting cigars, then there's only so much supply, so therefore it's going to go up. Price will go up.
So yeah, I think it would be really cool if somebody did it. If somebody did it, here's go. Okay, props to you. In fact, I will buy more of your cigar just for the heck of it, you know. But I don't think anybody will do it. I don't think any TV station will be okay with that. If they teach and
I don't
preach
know.
it in school, you can do anything you want. True, because if they teach it in school and they preach it in school, technically the parent has accepted that was okay for the kids to hear about, right? So
Right.
if they tell you that tobacco is bad, you do a commercial say tobacco is good, you're gonna hear it. For example, here, vaping had commercials on TV before. It was quickly taken down right after the negative news came out. There used to be commercial for Juul. There used to be commercial for another brand, I don't know, but Juul is the most biggest one that they have commercial for. And right after they had the popcorn lung stuff, all commercial gone.
And Mike, yes, the Cuevas deal is still on right now.
Wait, what is the Cuevas deal?
Are there any left? Are there any left?
There, yes, there is.
What is the Cuevas commercial? I mean, Cuevas deal.
If you buy a box, you get 12 cigars, 12 core line cigars free. If you buy 10, you get 6 core line cigars free.
Oh, snap.
Oh man.
Mm.
Nice.
Mm.
Josh is like, I just saw Oprah's ass. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, I think it will be really cool. I remember back when Marlboro had commercial, they were very successful. You know. I remember you used to collect like the corner of the box. You can go trade it for like a Marlboro jacket and stuff. Those are cool. You know they should do that for cigars. Collect the bands on the side, trade it for something else. Patrimonious and
Yeah.
get.
Yeah, you can get 10 patrimonios and you'll get 6 core line free.
Mike, did you enjoy those patrimonials? I hope you did.
I've really not heard anybody that said they didn't like it, which is pretty
I don't
cool.
think I have either.
It's just a good cigar, man.
And
Yeah,
that's,
spicy
that's
up.
a big thing
Number
for
3.
it's a big thing for a Corojo on top of that. Corojo is a little polarizing.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. So yeah, commercials. Hard that somebody should go buy a TV station. No, Davidoff, go buy a TV station.
You don't have to, man.
You know, if I was like guessing where cigar commercial would be aired, I would think it's like One Network. I don't know if anybody watch One Network.
I don't watch TV.
Well, it's okay. Does the FCC actually have some sort of ban on any kind of tobacco ads?
Let me see.
I would be willing to bet yes,
think they
and that's
do.
why we
I
don't
think they
see
do.
Marlboro Man anymore.
Yeah, you don't
That's
see
why
any of that stuff.
Winston Cup got pulled too.
Yeah, that's right. You had Winston Cup, and then you had whatever it was for NHRA used to have that too. They had whatever it was that sponsored them. It was a tobacco company at the time.
Oh, actually, here's the thing. I just Googled it. There is a regulation of nicotine marketing. TV ads of cigarettes are banned in the United States. However, e-cigarettes are not.
Okay. What about cigars?
It didn't say. So I guess physical tobaccos are banned, but and then also the effective media are usually banned first, meaning the advertiser needs to spend more money to advertise for the same number of people. So they'll jack up the price. So if a commercial is usually 1 million, they will probably jump into 15 million so that it justify their cost of issue.
So looks like I voted on the right side of that issue.
Much like most of Martine's cigar palette, he's wrong.
Wow.
Which is really kind of weird because they can sell like nicotine patch, like go against tobacco. That commercial will be okay.
That's what doesn't make sense to me. They're just supplementing one with something else because they're both not good for you.
Okay, so the ban is actually against merchandise that has risk factor of addiction. You cannot advertise anything that can cause addiction. That doesn't make sense to me. All sugar has addiction, so you can.
Yeah, there's soda
Alcohol.
commercials up the ass.
Caffeine.
Yeah.
So merchandise. So swag can cause addiction.
Sex.
Yeah, I was about to say Victoria's Secret ads banned.
All right, and there's an entire
That's me when I
Victoria's
was
Secret
4 years
show.
old.
Let's see. Yeah, because they obviously it's like a censorship almost, right? Because there's anti-smoking ads that are run by public health agencies, so they don't allow you to run tobacco ads.
Yeah.
Another example: Marlboro Out with the West by invitation. You're a smoker, 4-member team-based competition. Blah 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 blah. So you can do user-created content, which is not gonna be on TV. Technically, you can have YouTube commercials, but just if whether or not YouTube want to take it, I don't think they would.
They won't. Because YouTube has a ban on tobacco, firearms, and what's the other one?
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
ATF.
Yep.
Yeah, and they have multiple class of a different variation of advertisement, including you can have the brand of tobacco on racing teams, on sports teams as a sponsor, but you cannot have that advertisement cannot tell you that it's tobacco. You can only have the logo, cannot say tobacco on it, cannot say cigarette, cannot say cigar on it, just the logo.
So Casa Cuevas would be okay.
Yeah, so technically you can put Casa Cueva on a race car, it'll be okay.
Cool.
In fact, there is a Marlboro racing team, I think.
There has been forever.
Yeah.
Yep. Marlboro's.
That'd be like a cigar car.
Marlboro,
So that'd
Cool,
be-
and Camel all have a sponsorship with the racing team.
So I'm a race car. I'm gonna slap a Little Guy Cigar Shop sticker on there.
There you
And
go.
then-
You gotta secretly
right
go over there, like go find a race car, just tape it and run.
No, I'm talking about my own, and then boom, that's sponsorship, and then tax write-off.
Yep.
Partial tax write-off.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can see why. I mean, not many industry were willing to pay $1 million sponsorship here and there, a couple $1 million. Right?
No.
But if you think tobacco company can do $1 million sponsorship on a freaking bumper on a race car, they can do a commercial if they will allow it,
Well,
right?
Well, the reason they do it's because either they're getting spectator interaction or they're getting TV time of some sort, and that is going to be displayed on there. That's the only reason that it makes them.
Yeah, and
wanna
technically
spend
that's a
money on
TV commercial, right? Because it's on TV. When you watch NASCAR F1, you gotta see the sign Marlboro just flow by.
Little Guy Cigar Shop commercial.
It'd be like a short commercial.
You know, it's gonna be really hard for Little Guy Cigar Shop to do a commercial because his logo literally say Little Guy Cigar Shop. You cannot have the word cigar. They
We'll
would
take
have
it
to
out.
blur it
I'll
out.
crop it
It would
out.
be blur out with the sensor, like mosaic. It would just say Little Guy Shop.
LGCS.
And then you have all those people guessing what the mosaic behind the mosaic is. Little Guy what shop? Little Guy sex shop.
I'm
He's got a cigar in his mouth, so
waiting till August to see if I can purchase the LGCS domain.
Wait, is it gonna expire soon?
Yeah, it's gonna expire in August.
What was on there right now?
I forgot what company owns it, but some company owns it.
Let me see. Better be
Put
not
that up
crazy
a while back.
stuff. It better not pop up some crazy stuff.
It's not, dude.
Okay, just somebody owns it.
Yeah, it's an own domain.
Wow.
Wow, domain may be for sale. GB 10 49-3 fourth quarter, 6 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys at our cigar shop that, well, I say a bunch. There's quite a few that were pretty happy that the Cowboys lost, and I'm quite happy that this shit's happening right now.
I would have been excited if the Cowboys won
Karma.
because
Yeah, okay.
Cowboys
fan-
deserve to lose that, man.
because my father-in-law, well, my in-laws, they're all 49ers fans. So, including Stacy, they're all 49er fans. So, if Cowboys would have won, I'm like, fuck yeah!
Let's do a fun question here. Let's do a fun question here, and that goes for anybody that's in the chat room as well. If you were to recommend one cigar that you barely see anybody smoking, I'm talking about, you know, it's a rare kind of thing, hidden gem that you don't think anybody know about, what would it be? One cigar that you rarely see people smoke, and you have, you know, think people that will have no idea what that cigar is, but it's really, really good. What would be one that you recommend?
The HVC hotcakes.
I've seen people smoke that. It's quite often seen on the phone, actually.
Martine, you don't count, dude. You don't like anything.
One cigar that you rarely see people post or smoke that you think is really good, that's worth the recommendation. Excluding house blends.
Oh my god! All right, yeah, fuck it.
Because we all know house blends are kind of similar to, yeah.
Other cigars. They're all those LTOCs.
Yeah.
The Buenaventura Praline.
Okay, that's kind
That's
of
a
rare.
great cigar. Never seen anybody smoke that.
Except you.
All right, I got one.
Only like $6 for a Toro too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next. Anybody?
I got one.
All right.
The Flor y Nata Temptation. It's a Dominican Puro.
Okay. All right. Legit. Albert?
I can't think of one right now.
Michael?
Give me a second. Let me think for another minute. Tony, do you have one?
Well, if I gotta choose one, it would be that Chinese cigar that was blue that I got last time. Those really short ones. Those are actually pretty good. They're sweet.
Oh yeah.
Can't remember the name. I can't find it though. Hold on.
Hold up. Wait.
Yeah, I didn't want to get flagged. Okay.
We don't play. We're gonna ride until the wheels fall off.
Good old time when the music sounds good.
Yep.
The Sereno Double X Maduro. You never see that anywhere.
What do you mean?
Just because I sell it, no. If you really look at it, you don't
You
really
really
see
don't.
anybody with
Nobody sees. Yeah, nobody's smoking that thing.
Okay.
and that thing
give me
is
that. All right,
freaking
fine.
bomb.
The Sereno what?
Double X Maduro.
It's kind of heavy though. That cigar.
No, it's not bad. No, the regular Maduro is. The Double X isn't bad. Thing is bomb.
I think you said double edge. Okay, double X. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
The 20-year. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Cat is over here saying go Green Bay. Cat lives in freaking Bakersfield. I thought he'd be rooting for 49ers or at least the Raiders.
49ers is Northern Cal.
Okay, well, at least the Raiders then. Which are now Las Vegas, but whatever.
Should be the what? Are the Chargers still in San Diego? I have no idea. I haven't watched football in many years.
I think Tesla should buy the Chargers.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Wow, that's a good one.
See?
That's a good one. You should market that to fucking Elon Musk.
The Juarez is a really, I have to say, for the price point, that's actually a really good cigar.
The name
I
is
like that cigar when it's aged.
the name for that
Like-
cigar was
6 months plus.
Corona Fiesta, the blue one, Chinese cigar. Corona Fiesta. That one is pretty good.
Or let's see, the what the hell is that? The Upsetters. That's a good cigar. It's from what's his face? Molilo. Foundation.
Foundation.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that one.
It's pretty good.
Is that the one with the Jamaican tobacco?
And which Jamaican tobacco is kind of hit and miss, but that one's pretty good. Sweet.
You know,
Thank you, Mike.
recently I've seen a lot less people talking about Leaf by Oscar. And they are pretty
Yeah.
good cigars, which is a lot less
They-
people talking
they're-
about.
They are good.
Right? I mean, that's those are good cigars. I just rarely see people talking about it now. A few years ago, a lot of people smoked that. Nowadays, I can't remember the last time I go to a lounge where people just start unraveling that leaf just to go smoke.
You'll see a lot of that at Enfuego. Like that's a popular cigar
Really?
at
Nice.
Enfuego. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
You know, I'm wanting to get my hands on the Fly by Oscar. Mostly, I want to get a box just because I want that box, that retro looking
Oh, Superfly.
future box.
Oh yeah, the
The
Superfly.
purple box?
Yeah, the Superfly is
purple
very
box?
like 80s,
Yeah.
lo-fi 80 kind of thing.
Yep.
Oh, the McFly. The McFly is the one
McFly,
that's got the
yeah.
Super 80s look.
Yeah, the McFly.
Like very Tron-ish.
How does
See, Tony-
McDonald's not nail him for that, man?
McFly and how the McDonald that doesn't get them for that?
Yeah, why don't they go after them, man? They go after everybody else that does Mac in front of stuff.
Well, you would think like Back to the Future
the
trying to
Big
get them
Mick.
for it.
See, Tony needs to say
Big Mick.
like his boss does when he fires him in the second one. McFry.
What? Just say that again.
And have you seen this? Have you seen the second one?
Yeah.
Okay, when he goes and like he's looking at himself in the future, or well, what's her name's there? Jennifer's there, and she's hiding in the closet, and Needles like gives him shit, and he's like, you know what, you don't have the guts to do this, you're chicken, and he swipes his card, and he's like, I'm in, and then his boss is right there, and he pops up on the screen, he's all McFry. What did he say?
I don't remember that
I
part.
was just witnessing that scan you went to face. You are terminated.
I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Because he was on chat. He was on the chat. I remember that now. Thanks for reminding me of that stupid ass movie, man.
What's wrong with it? The third one, no,
I have that second way, and I don't give a shit category. Man.
the third one's not great. First and second one, are good.
Hey, every time I go on the highways, I'm about to go to like 80 something miles, 88 miles an hour. I think
88?
of that. Yeah. I was like, you know what? We're about to, and I'm at 90 miles an hour still going.
Green Bay will drain that 4 minutes like crazy, man.
10-10 now. 49ers score a touchdown. Jeez Christ. Anyways, cigars. You know, in our generation, I don't think cigars community is gonna win the war. Be normalized. I really don't. Even though a lot of people use cigar product, right? Cigar product wouldn't have been so like wouldn't sustain if no one was smoking it. The
Right.
thing is that is people are smoking it, and a lot of them, right? Different by state, of course. Some state have more, some state have less. But with that many users, how do we not get normalized?
Well, when you're in it, like we're in it, right? It seems a lot larger than it is.
It is large though. You're talking about a product that was sold internationally.
Correct.
and
But
expensive.
your number of like producers of it is very low, considering.
Here, think about how many brands of cigars are out there.
There's a lot. There are a
Right.
lot.
Right. So it's not
But your
little.
but your production numbers of that is not outrageous aside from once you get out of the big companies.
But still, the overall quantity is a lot. And it's a topic that most everybody knows, right? People, when you talk about cigar, first thing they think is Cuban cigar. Doesn't matter if you smoke or not, right? So it's something that people already normalized. I mean, back in the day, people smoke cigar all the time. So it's not like that's something that didn't exist. It existed for that many years already. In fact, some people use it for religion. That you would think is normalized by now, right? Even with all the bad negative advertisement, telling that tobacco kills you and all that stuff. It's been there for so long, and pretty much everybody, including actors, actresses, political people, sports people, they all smoke. Military smoke it. All that people smoke it. Yet it hasn't been normalized, even though it's something so commonly used. We're not talking about use once a week. We're talking about people that use, 10, 15 cigars a day, 5 cigars a day, 3 cigars a day. So it's not. If you think about it, that's 6 hours of your life every day.
Mm-hmm.
And yet we cannot get it normalized. People will have to see it normally, right? In fact, casinos, if you go to a casino, there's somebody smoking cigar. Somewhere. And casino is such a big thing. Everybody goes to casino, even if you don't gamble, you go there at least one time.
Yep,
Right?
I'll walk right through it and I'm like, you
So,
terrible
like, how can that not be, especially there's something that it's been advertised as something rich people do. And, people strive to do what rich people do, right? People try to, I want good cars, I want, chicks, I want boats, yachts, I want, mansions. But they
Boats and
stop there.
hoes.
They don't talk about cigars. I want good drinks, top shelf,
So,
no cigars.
so I remember watching "It's a Wonderful Life" like the past month, and y'all remember that scene when he goes in and talks to the old man, and he offers him a cigar because he's trying to hire him, and he offers him a cigar and he looks at it and just the look on his face was like priceless, man. He's like he knew what he had in his hand when he got the cigar, right? He's
Yeah.
oh, this is a nice one. He's like, well, I'll send you over a box. So they get in this big argument, and when he leaves, he takes the cigar with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like, yeah, he takes it with him.
Right? Cigar has been in the history for so long. We commonly known as JFK smoking cigars too. All that stuff. Yet cigar cannot be legitimized. It's something that's bad.
True.
It's kind of weird, isn't it? Like like I say, everything that you strive, what a American dream is like a true wealthy person. Name brand, cars, sports cars, houses, mansions, yachts, top tier alcohol. Cigar, not there. But they're sitting somewhere with chicks and cigars. It's almost like blurred out of that entire story image, right?
You know what boat means?
What?
You know what boat stands for?
Boat?
Yeah, boat.
No.
Like a boat. Bust out another 1,000 because all you do is spend money on them.
Oh yeah. You mean break 1,000? Yeah, break 1,000. Right? But if you think about all that, people try to mimic, this is what the image of a rich, really rich boss like. Cigar was part of that. In fact, I can read any comic that I read today. A boss of a CEO or something like that will hold a cigar somewhere. Every time I'm reading a comic, my wife walks by and say, "Hey, look, that guy's holding a cigar." I'm like, yeah. He's a boss. But yet, nobody defends that. Nobody defends that. Just like we say, alcohol is pretty much the same, right?
Yeah.
Alcohol is pretty much the same. But we defend alcohol. But nobody defends cigar. Kind of weird. And I don't think in our generation that's gonna change really, because it's so set in the generation's mind that unless you use it, you don't see it. You don't see the benefit of it or the other side of it. I'm not necessarily arguing for the benefit, right? We're arguing that just because it's not white doesn't mean it's black.
Racist.
I knew it. That's why I start with white. Right? It's kind of weird. Like whenever I think about it, it's like why is it like that? Why is it like that? Right?
Tony, I've got a really good question.
Yeah.
Why do they consider Asian people yellow?
Because Asian people consider ourselves yellow.
Why?
The story Asian people are told, like our skin color are kind of, that is because we're gold color. Gold is a good thing for Asian, right? So we think Asian think that we're gold color. And the story is that when God is creating human, they put in this oven to bake it. And the first batch was undercooked, so it come out white. That's white people tossed it to the earth. And then the next batch, they overcooked it. It's black. Toss it. Overcooked. And the third one was perfect. It's golden, yellow. So Asian was perfect. That was the story that every kid grew up listening to. So
fucking racist.
You know, so instead of saying we're golden, we just say we're yellow. Because we don't glow, so we're just yellow.
Well, in Texas, when we say when someone's yellow, that's a whole different thing.
So. It means you're scared.
In Chinese, it doesn't sound like that. It sounds just like yellow people, but it doesn't sound like that. So, how do I describe it? It's a language barrier kind of thing.
Yeah.
Asian people, because that, and then I guess some words like, what do you guys consider yourself as? Well, we're yellow people, we're gold. So that's why it's okay. Asian people are yellow, but technically, Asian people are no more yellow than Mexican. I don't know, you know. So.
See, Albert, I'm going to bring back another Back to the Future reference, but it's from the third movie. He's all, "What's the matter? You yellow?" "Nobody calls me yellow."
Yep.
Right? I mean, unless they have jaundice, they're really not yellow.
Yeah, sure.
Right? But Asians are technically light-skinned, but they labor so much under hot suns, they just turn darker. Then the darker they hardworking people are yellow. Like, for example, Martin right now looks yellow. Right? So I think that's where they came from, because we we self-identify as yellow. And really, I think it's just a way of, it could be an insult too. Right? I think back in the day, because Chinese people are so like being conquered by every other country but themselves.
Right.
They're yellow. So, but Chinese people like gold, and the emperor wears yellow, golden cape. I mean, not cape, like a dress thing, robe. So that people think yellows are good. So we're yellow breed.
Much like a Labrador, yellow lab.
Well, whatever works, right? Whatever works. I mean, I think that even identify color is kind of weird when I first come to America. I was like, that guy is not much whiter than me. Why are they called white people? Kind of thing,
Right. Because I've met some very fair-skinned Asians that are much whiter than I am.
I had people that when I was first coming to America, they say, that's not white people. Don't call them white people. These are Caucasian.
Calling me a cock.
I was like, why is it a different name for that? Is it white or not? Kind of thing, And then a few generations later, or a few years later, they're like, these are not black people. Right? They're African Americans.
Caucasians? What do you? Oh, I'm not Asian. The fuck, bro.
I don't know. I don't make the words. I don't fucking English.
They're just giant cocks that are walking around with a hat like Tony's on.
Giant,
big.
Wow, that was weird. Never had my dog just hit the ash with her nose. What the fuck are you doing?
Smells nice. Whatever they smell. It's like I smell the notes. All those cool notes.
I don't know what she was doing. That was weird.
So Josh, I need to still have to send you the logo for the event, right? So I
Yeah.
probably either message it to you or send it to your email. I think I just found your email today, so I can send you the invite.
Okay.
Other than that, again, before you get up, I told my team, I know Texas is trying to get to that magic 30, but you need to vet your people. Don't just go to don't go to the lounge and where everybody's sitting over there. You don't know anybody. It's like, hey, everybody, just put the phone on the table and let me do it for you. No, vet the people.
No. We vet the people.
All right, you gotta vet the people.
I've got about 3 or 4 that I've been dripping on for the past couple of months that I think I'm gonna send them the link to here pretty soon.
Yeah,
Like, all right, it's time for you to join my cigar cult.
And
I
that
feel
doesn't
like,
mean
you know-
that doesn't mean they have to own a Corvette either. We don't need that kind of problem either.
All right, anyway, just put it out there. Anyway, 11:04, I'm not going to drag too long. It is my wife's birthday. I should be with her, so. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I'll see you guys next week. Yeah, next week we'll still have a show. And then, obviously, the week after, I don't know. We might cancel the show so that I can finish everything up and travel. So, next week we'll still have a show Wednesday and Saturday. I'll see you guys there. Be saucy. By the way, I did post a challenge cigar picture in Discord. Nice soy sauce and skewer. So,
I saw that, and I'm very scared.
Yeah. You know what's really funny is that I smell that soy sauce so sweet. That soy sauce is sweet.
That's
it has a
not
little
gonna
bit of citrusy taste too.
It's not going to
So-
translate to a good cigar.
Yeah, you never know. It's a bad idea that's marketable.
No.
All right. So I'll talk to you guys next week. Have a good night, everybody. Be saucy. Again, for those members that's not in Discord, join Discord. We're moving that way. Go that way. All right. Don't go backwards. Go forward.
That's right. We don't want to be part of the. We don't want to be part of the metaverse.
Oh gosh. All right. Have a good night. Bye, guys.
Later, guys.